If you guys need NBA 2K20 badges, hit up GoPlugged on Twitter for the cheapest and fastest badge grinding service in the community. I'll put their link in the description. What's up guys, it's Solo back with another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get your hot zones. But the thing that's going to separate this video from all these other hot zone videos on YouTube is I'm going to show you guys how to check your progress. I'm going to show you guys how many shots you have to make from each spot on the court. A lot of these other YouTubers are just saying like you just got to shoot good in all the areas of the court and you get your hot zones. But I'm going to show you guys how to check your progression and see the actual numbers. And I'm going to break it all down. I'm also going to talk about Hot Zone Hunter. Let's see if we can get 55 likes in this video and let's get into it.
Weekend bag on me, it don't matter the season. 100 racks in the stash, run it up, baby, I ain't never leaving. Remember seeing you in class, you was so back, couldn't wait for the weekend. Shorty really got me speaking, she got me saying this shit, I ain't mean it. Shorty got me tweaking, bag on me, it don't matter the season. 100 racks in the stash, run it up, baby, I ain't.
So first, I'm going to show you guys how to check your hot zone progress. There's multiple ways of doing it. There's one way where you can go into the My Court, which I might show you that later. But the easiest way is where you press start, pull up this menu, go all the way over to stats. It gets stuck on neighborhood, so hold on. All right, go to stats, and then you go to roster, and then so this is going to be like your My Career roster or whatever. I'm in the Clippers, and then you push in the stick, which will bring up this screen, and usually it starts over on career stats. So press left trigger, I believe, yeah, 2 times, and then you'll see hot zones last 25 games. So basically, if you don't know what a hot zone is, when you shoot very well from a certain spot on the floor, you'll get a hot zone, and that'll like enhance your chance of a shot going in whenever you shoot from that spot on the floor. And hot zones, like beginners don't really know too much about these, but they actually help a lot. So as you guys see, I'm showing you guys my NBA hot zones, but you guys probably only care about the park hot zones, which if I go to my park hot zones, you see I don't really have all of them, where on the NBA, I have all my 3-point, I have that one under the hoop, and I have that one mid-range. I could get all of them, but I honestly, I just don't have the time to grind for those, and it's just not really a priority. I just wanted to get my 3-pointers, my 3-point hot zones, and then I was done. But if you see park, you see the screen right here where it's showing your park hot zones. This is just showing where you shoot good in park, but the NBA hot zones actually carry over to park. So basically, you just want to look at the NBA chart, not the park hot zone. Same with Pro-Am. NBA carries over to both of them. This is just showing you, where you shoot really good in park and where you shoot really good in Pro-Am. So basically, you can get park hot zones in My Career, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They see this chart right here, and they think they can only get their park hot zones in park, but that's just not true. You can get them in park though, but it's just so much easier to get them in My Career because you have to get a lot of shots up and you have to get them to go in at a very good rate. And in park, you don't get that many opportunities to shoot, and if you do, you might be forcing it. So My Career is honestly the way to go to get hot zones. And the next thing in this screen here, this little menu that a lot of people don't know about, is if you press your left trigger to go over it again, it'll show you the shot chart from your last 25 games. And you want to make sure that you're on NBA user control, as you can see on the left side. And this will show you your field goal makes in your last 25 games, as it says. And for 3-pointers, you need to take 10 from each spot, and you need to make them at a 40% rate. So the 3-point zones are 10 shots at 40%. The mid-range is going to be 20 shots at 50%. They make it a little bit harder as you get closer to the hoop because it's obviously easier to hit shots as you get closer to the hoop. So the mid-range is going to be, you have to take 20 shots and you have to make them at a 50% rate. As you guys can see on the bottom of the screen, I have that left mid-range, I have 70%, and I did take 20 shots. So if I go back over here, you see I have that hot zone, but I don't have the rest because the rest of them don't meet that criteria. The only one that reaches that 50% mark is the middle one, but I only have 11 attempts, so that's why I don't have that. And then I believe the other 4 that are like inside right by the hoop, I believe you have to take somewhere near 50 shots and make them 50 to 60% of the time. I don't have those. I have that one under the hoop, but yeah. So these charts are just something that you are going to want to check after each game because you might get a hot zone and then you can start working on another one. And it just shows you, like, if I were to get my next hot zone, I'd probably go for that middle one where I'm shooting 7 for 11 right now. Try to get that up to 20 shot attempts. I'll probably get the hot zone next game, honestly, if I went for it. But yeah, these charts are just helpful, and it's nice to have them, honestly. So now I'm in my court, and as I said before, there is multiple ways to see your hot zones. So you're going to want to press A to play games with friends, and then go into the shoot around. So just press A again. So press A twice, basically. This way is kind of more difficult to see because the other way you could just go into the menu and see. But this one, not a lot of people know about. A lot of people know you can shoot around like this, you know, do whatever you want in here. But if you press select, or yeah, so the button with like the 2 squares in the middle of your controller, it'll pull up your hot zones. And so these are your hot zones that you will get in the park. And as you saw in the chart before, these are the ones that it showed on my NBA hot zone chart. So trust me, they transfer over. This is just proof of it. And if you guys want to do this again, press the 2 squares in the middle of your controller. That's for Xbox. I believe PS4 has a button in the middle of the controller that's just like that. But yeah, this is how you get this to pop up in your My Court. Now, I have yet to make my full badge video, but these are the shooting badges that I'm using for now, for at least 2s. But you guys see Hot Zone Hunter on gold, and since this is a Hot Zone video, I figure I should talk about it. I have Hot Zone Hunter on gold, and if you have it, or like if you can get it on Hall of Fame, I really recommend you do, because it's honestly one of the best shooting badges. My controller badge, I love, that's tough, but it's honestly one of the best shooting badges in the game, and it's slept on. You know, like if you don't know about this badge and you're just hearing this for the first time right now, you probably think I'm like joking, but trust me, like 2K Labs, which is like a company or whatever you want to call them, they did a study on it, and Hot Zone Hunter is one of the best shooting badges in the game. It helps shooters that don't have that high of a 3-point rating. You know, if you have like a 95 3-point rating, then you might not want this, because in their study it showed that shooting in a non-hot zone compared to a hot zone with this badge doesn't really do anything for shooters with really high 3-point ratings. But if you're like me, a slashing playmaker that has an 80, it does help out. And if you shoot worse, like if you have a 60 3-point rating, then this badge is going to be like a necessity. Even if you have like an 85 3-point rating, I still recommend it. You know, once you get into that 90 and up range of your 3-point rating, I don't know if you want it. Maybe no, I wouldn't even say put it on bronze. I say if you're going to use it, go all in, put it to the max. And for me, the max is gold, so that's what I'm going to have it on. And it's kind of obvious, if you guys don't have hot zones, then this badge isn't really going to do anything. So you guys need to get your hot zones first before you put this badge on, and it'll just basically enhance the shooting percentages from wherever your hot zones are. So I don't have like one go-to method when I'm playing my career, but I'm just going to show you the methods that I do have, and you know how I attack going for hot zones when I play my career. And I'm going to show you my settings real quick. I play on pro. If you're trying to get hot zones, just play on pro. There's really no need to put it on any other difficulty. Just go on pro, it's easy. Quarter length, I use 5 minutes just because I'm just trying to get in and out of games quick. But honestly, if you have the time and you're trying to grind, you might as well put it up, because it only includes your last 25 games. So you know, if you start zipping through games on 5-minute quarters, you might lose your progress. So if you play 12-minute quarters, you can get a lot of shots in. So do that if you have a lot of time. But you know, for the sake of this video and for the sake of like my grinding, I play on 5-minute quarters, and I'm just gonna hop into this game right here with the Jazz and show you guys how I attack the hot zone. What year was Shaq named NBA MVP? Yo, put it in the comments if you know. I'm gonna go with 2000. Yep, 2000. Let's get it. I know you just saw the answer, but come on, be honest. What did you think the answer was before you saw that? So like I said before, I don't have one go-to method where I could just call a play and just get a wide open 3. I don't even know if they exist, but I like to have like fun while I'm doing this, because those methods are kind of boring. So what I'm going to do, press left on the D-pad, call quick isolation, and then I'm going to kind of get near the spot. So let's say I'm doing top of the key 3. I'm going to call for a screen, go like that, and then shoot. Alright, so that move that I did to get open was I held my right trigger down. Say the ball's in your left hand, you're going to want to flick the right stick to the right, and it gives you that little hop. And that's what I just do behind the screens. Now, it doesn't always work. See right there? It worked, and I drained the 3. I got that little animation. I knew it was going in, and that's just what I do. But sometimes the defense kind of adapts to it. In previous 2Ks, they were just kind of robotic, and they just kept doing the same thing. You could just abuse things. You know, Mike Conley here, he might start coming over the screens, and that's when you got to try different moves. But that's the one that I usually try, like when the game first starts. I do that little hop behind the screen. But yeah, guys, the shot's not always going to be there. Don't force bad shots, because that's the last thing you want to do. You want to shoot them at good shot percentages. But basically what I do is I just call an ISO, I come down, call for a screen, and you know, I just hit him with that dribble move usually. And then if it's not there, I usually just call for another screen and just try and like dribble around the screen and try to get an open shot. And now in the corner is like kind of hard. I call for a screen again and I do the same move, but the corner it's like weird. Like it's like crowded over here, Zubox over here. Let me try and call a quick ISO. Try and get, okay, Zubox coming back. Bang, I'm open again. The screen is clutch. Like, you just gotta call a screen and they usually run into it and it gets you open. Okay, so now I'm gonna attack the mid-range. So I'm gonna kind of stand here. Okay, I'm like in the mid-range. I'm gonna call for the screen. Do the same thing, open again, and I hit this shot. Let's get it. Shooting. All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. You see 4 for 4. I'm shooting a high percentage. That's what you guys want to do. There's no point in taking bad shots, and like when you're doing this, just focus up and hit your shots, because sometimes, you know, you be playing my career and you just kind of zone out. But when you're going for this, you guys want to focus, because if you start shooting bad, then it's just gonna like go down the wrong path. And if you guys, for some reason, I should have mentioned this earlier, if you guys have like cold zones all over the court for some reason on your little chart on the menu where I showed you earlier, you know, you could just sim games, because it only does your last 25 games. So if your like hot zones are already messed up, then you might want to sim some career games just to get past those, because it only counts user controlled shots. So if you sim 25 games, it'll just give you like zeros everywhere and just cleared zones. Now, I've been showing you a lot of like guard dribble moves. You know, if you're a big man, you really don't need hot zones up there, but you could try the things I showed you before. But if you're a big man and you're gonna want to get those inside zones, this is what you do. You post up. Now, I can do this on my guard, and you're gonna want to post fade. Just like that. Get a good release. It'll go in like 90% of the time. I'm a guard and I can do it. So if you're a big man, trust me, this is the wave. Just do post fades. And if you want to get that little zone under the hoop, just do drop steps. And if you don't know how to do that, just like go into the 2KU or just watch a YouTube video on how to do drop steps. That's basically it for big men. But again, I don't have those inside zones, but I don't really need them. Like, I don't really ever take shots from there in the park, but I could just grind out some post fades and get those hot zones if I really wanted to. But it's time consuming, and I feel like it's just not really worth it for me. Bang, just another one. 14 points here, first quarter. This is what I mean. You might want to play on 12-minute quarters, because it is going quick and I'm not really getting a lot of shots up. So all right, this is kind of like a side note. I just simmed out of the game because I'm basically done showing you guys the tutorial. I'm trying to do the outro and I'm getting spammed here with cutscenes. It's been like 5 to 10 minutes of just straight cutscenes. I don't know if it's like you guys or me, but let me know in the comments. This is going to be like the code word. You guys know that a lot of the time I just put a code word in the video, but for this video, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Do you guys get annoyed? Yes or no? Do you guys get annoyed by the cutscenes? Because I do. Like, I can't even skip. I'm holding A. I cannot skip this cutscene. Like, there's just so much wasted time. Like, I know 2K wants to make the storyline all cool and stuff, but they should really give us that option to skip, because I don't want to watch this. Now I have a meeting with Nike. Like, bruh, can I get a break? Alright guys, I finally made it to the neighborhood. As you guys can see right here, I'm standing with my boy Reggie the Scarecrow. But if you guys, you know, honestly, if you guys to this point of the video, just throw Reggie the Scarecrow in the comments. But if you guys enjoyed the video, or if this helped you guys out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We just hit 2,000 subscribers, so I just want to say thank you to all the subs. If you guys didn't see my last video, I talked about that more. But thank you to everyone that sub if you guys are new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Y'all niggas hate on me, hate on me. I'm getting money, what the fuck can you say to me? Y'all bitches cry for me, cry for me, cry for me. If you my nigga, then you ride for me, ride for me. Yeah, you a treat, but you a dog to me, dog to me. Baby, you see me, get no love from me, love from me. I keep a hoodie, cause it's cold to me, cold to me. So when y'all see me, y'all gon' know.